from Beaver Stadium in University Park, Pennsylvania, it's the Penn State Nittany Lions versus the Pitt Panthers. Massimo Manca to kick off for the Nittany Lions. Chucky Scales deep in a three-man return unit for Penn State, along with Darnell Stone, and Craig Hayward, the freshman. Kick at the goal line. It is Hayward to the 10. Hit hard. He fumbles. The ball's loose to the 10-yard line. Penn State is recovered. Craig Hayward, the freshman, hit hard. He fumbled, and Penn State has recovered. George Alpert, the flanker, recovered the fumble for the Nittany Lions.
Well, it's a bad break for Pitt, but this is a real solid hit. Freshman fullback Hayward takes a real shot. Ball pops out. Penn State's got the first break of the game.
Chris Collins was the man who made the hit and forced Hayward to fumble, and Penn State has it first and goal just inside the Pitt 10-yard line. Steve Smith and DJ Dozier in the backfield behind Doug Strang, who is starting at quarterback. Dozier inside, gets to the 8-yard line, gain of a couple. It'll be second down and goal from the 8-yard line. Chris Dolman, left defensive end, made the tackle for the Panthers. For Penn State, Strang, Dozier, and Steve Smith in the backfield. Herb Bellamy, Rocky Washington, the wideout, Dean DiMidio, the tight end. And the offensive line stands short: Jeff Woofter, Nick Hayden, Mitch Farrat, and Chris Conlon. John Walter comes into the game as a double tight end on second and goal from the 8-yard line. Smith inside to the 5-yard line, hit and driven back. His forward progress will get him to the 5. It'll be third down and goal. Free safety Terrell Austin, a freshman from Sharon, PA, with help from the strong safety Bill Callahan from New Kensington, made the tackle. Well, look at this. Bill Fralick's coming in on defense, goal line.
Well, Stan, without a doubt, these 10 yards from the 10-yard line in are the toughest 10 yards in football to negotiate and move the football. Penn State almost has to go to a rollout type of action and throw the ball.
There was the Pitt defense, and again, they have been vulnerable to the pass. Third and goal from the 5-yard line. Washington in motion. Strang, bootleg, throws in the end zone, incomplete. Off the hands of fullback Steve Smith, who was open. There was also a man, I believe it was Brian Cyberling, who was open. Tony Woods got a hand on the pass, the defensive end.
Well, that's the perfect play. It was a counter bootleg. They tried to hit the fullback Smith in a flat. He was wide open, and Strang just led him a little bit too much, and he couldn't come down with the ball.
Strang thrown 5 touchdown passes on the year. That figure will remain the same as Nick Gancitano comes on. Gancitano 9 out of 13 on field goal attempts. This one will be a 22-yard field goal. The kick is up, and the kick is good. After the Penn State field goal gave the Lions an early lead, the Pitt offense has moved from its own 8-yard line to Lion territory with John Congemi at quarterback. Fourth down and a half-yard to go. Watch as they run over Fralick to the left. Here they come. McIntyre, first down. Pitt at the Penn State 33-yard line. Isom and Hamilton made the tackle, but for the second consecutive series, Pitt goes for it on 4th and short, and they make it.
Excellent ball control. Fralick just buries the defensive tackle to the inside. Hamilton had a shot at him, was just good tough running, and McIntyre makes the first down.
Pitt went with a double tight end, Dave Shuck, along with Shapani, and Shuck, a freshman from Connellsville, made a good block on the play. First and 10. Congemi over the middle. It is knocked away, and a good defensive play by Ray Isom. Bill Wallace, Pitt's leading receiver, was the intended receiver on the play, but Ray Isom, the sophomore from Harrisburg, made a very nice play.
Good play selection, though. They faked the fullback up to the inside, play action, and try to get the ball across over the middle. Good play selection.
Get a look at it again here over the middle.
Good faking by Congemi. Now watch Isom come over here and make a beautiful defensive play on Wallace.
2nd and 10 at the 33. Kangemi's first incompletion. Draw play. Gladman hit at the line of scrimmage and falls forward for 3 yards to the 30-yard line. Good second ever by Gladman. Lance Hamilton in there to clean him up, along with Ray Isom. Took an initial hit at the line of scrimmage, bounced off for 3. It'll be 3rd down and 7. Pitt is 1 out of 3 on 3rd down conversions, but they're 2 out of 2 on 4th down conversions.
Well, that time, Donnie Graham, number 53 from Penn State, had a chance to put him down in the backfield, and he has a tendency not to use his arms when he's tackled, and the ball carriers have been breaking the tackles on him.
3rd down, 7. Bailey and Gladman are the running backs. Kangemi flushed out. He throws to the sideline, wide open. It is caught for a first down by Mark Bailey, all the way down to the 15-yard line. Mike Zordich made the tackle, but Mark Bailey, and we've got a flag down. There is a flag down behind the line of scrimmage. 1st and 10 from the 14. Kangemi rolling to the near side, throwing corner. It is incomplete. The pass intended for Charles Gladman off his hands. Kangemi now 5 out of 7. Chris Collins over there defending. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
But Collins was late picking up that back coming out of the backfield. If it was a good pass, it would have been a completion.
Foge Fazio has survived. The pressure was intense on Foge this year. When you look over their schedule and see some of the teams they played, like BYU, Oklahoma, and South Carolina, it's partially understandable. 2nd down and 10 from the Penn State 14. Draw play. Gladman with a big hole. Flag down. He's down to the 6-yard line for a gain of 8. But again, a flag was thrown in the middle of the offensive line. Todd Moles made the tackle. 2nd and 25. Pitt has hurt themselves with penalties on this drive, but they've managed to overcome most of them. Let's see if they go with a draw or if they want to throw. Play fake. Kangemi throwing deep to the corner. Man open. Touchdown. Bill Wallace. John Kangemi to Bill Wallace for the touchdown. Wallace, his 7th touchdown catch of the year. Kangemi's 7th touchdown pass of the year. And it is the same combination that killed Penn State a year ago.
But again, no pressure on the quarterback. Now watch how much time Kangemi has. Okay, straight drop back. Now watch here. You see Wallace to the top of your screen. He runs just an out padding, a flag pattern. Faked the post, broke out, beats Isom, got right to the corner. Great throw by Kangemi.
Mark Brasco with the extra point. He's 11 out of 11 on the year. And Penn State is down by 4 points as Pitt runs off a 92-yard touchdown drive. There was no further scoring, and the first quarter ended with the score, Pitt 7, Penn State 3. We'll be back right after this. After the Penn State punt, Pitt at their own 35-yard line. McIntyre and Hayward the backfield behind John Kangemi. This is Hayward, got a hole, gets 5, maybe 6 out to the 41-yard line. Rogers Alexander tripped him up. Craig Hayward, his first carry of the ball game. He's a freshman from Passaic, New Jersey, averaging 4.3 yards per carry.
Well, they run the draw play, and when you're throwing the ball well, see, this becomes very effective. They have been throwing on first down. This time they come back with a draw play. They make nice shots.
Chris Collins also in on the tackle. 2nd down and 4. Darnell Stone now the fullback. Hayward driving forward, breaking tackles out to the 45, very close to the first down. Conlon with an arm tackle, brings him down. Let's see if they call for the measurement here. Yeah, they're going to call on the sticks.
Well, Stan, Penn State defensively has not tackled well. I mean, there's a lot of broken tackles. That, even on that reverse, on that punt return, they had 3 shots at him. Almost, you know, hit them in the midst of the exchange, and they let the ball carrier get loose.
Here's the measurement. Up until this point, with 12:53 to play. First down. Pitt, their 7th of the game. I'm going to say with 12:53 to play in the first half, George, no question, that Pitt is the much more fired up of the two teams.
Well, they're dominating the game. You know, and the big thing about Penn State, they are not a catch-up football team. If, you know, the team gets in front of them, they're going to have problems because they're not passing well.
Pitt is ahead at the moment, 7-3. First and 10, Pitt at their own 45. And this is a Pitt offense that has struggled all year long. They have not moved the ball well against anybody. Jimmy, a lot of time out in the flat. Caught by McIntyre. He's hit, and we got a flag down. The gain is out to the 48. It would have been a gain of 3, but again, there's a flag down. It may be a hold against the Panthers. So the penalty goes back to the 40-yard line. Again, a 5-yard penalty, so it's first and 15. In the flat, Wallace wide open. Hit at the 50, still on his feet to the Penn State 47-yard line. The gain is 13. Conlon made the tackle, but boy, are they playing way off the line on Bill Wallace.
Well, he's reading that. See, he gets a soft corner out here. He just fires the ball off. You can't be afraid to do this. Now, Penn State got lucky because the defensive back Hamilton fell down, and Wallace, you know, is an excellent broken field runner. Took it to the inside. Conlon came up and made the tackle.
So Pitt gets much more than the penalty. They get 13 yards. It'll be second down and 2. McIntyre, first down and then some. 40 and down to the 30-yard line, and again a flag is down at the line of scrimmage. Isom and Sidner made the tackle, but again there is a flag down at the line of scrimmage.
I think Scales 22 clipped Sidner from behind. I'm not quite sure.
Offside Penn State.
Penn State? No, I'm wrong.
Well, that'll certainly be declined. So the game.
Offside. Defense. Decline. First down.
And that was an audible, Stan. He looked over at the defense, he audible eyes, and they ran that slant pass, and then they made the good yardage on it.
17-yard gain down to the 30-yard line. 11 minutes, 15 seconds to play in the second quarter. Pitt leading Penn State 7-3, but on the march. Jimmy, a lot of room to run. He throws, and it is caught. Touchdown, Pitt. Again, it is Bill Wallace. John Conjemi hitting Bill Wallace on a 30-yard touchdown pass. Last year, he caught 3 against Penn State.
Exactly the same play. They faked the fullback up inside, 34 Haywood, the tailback. A little draw action, freezes the linebackers. Now Wallace does the same thing. He runs a flag pattern, fakes to the inside, gets into that void zone between the corner and the safety rotating. But Conjemi's red hot. He's not afraid to put it up, and he's drilling the ball in there.
Pass is perfect. Conjemi now 8 out of 10, 108 yards, 2 touchdowns. The kick is good. The Panthers move for a 39-yard field goal after intercepting the Strang pass, trailing Pitt 17-3. The Penn State offense could not move and stopped at midfield. Following a John Bruno punt, Pitt has the ball again. First down and 10. Draw play to Hayward. Big hole to the 50, 45, the 40 makes a move. Finally knocked out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Isom knocked him out of bounds, but a missed tackle and a great move by Hayward. He gains big yardage to the Penn State 35, and Penn State right now looks like a very, very poor football team.
They look lethargic because, you know, Hayward does not, he's big, but he doesn't have great speed. Now watch. Right there, I don't know if it was Graham, who was the linebacker. He's just standing there in his tracks, and Hayward makes an outside cut on him. He should be filling that hole.
18-yard gain. First and 10 Pitt. They still haven't used a timeout. A lot of time. Conjemi out in the flat, and it is caught. Stone. Good yardage inside the Penn State 30 and down to the 29-yard line. A 6-yard gain. Zordich and Graham make the tackle. And just about everything that Pitt is trying is working.
Well, they're not putting enough pressure on him. You know, it's my opinion. And when the few times that they did, they kind of forced him to rush the passes a little bit, and he was incomplete. But they're picking up. They're doing what Notre Dame did last week. They're kind of picking the defense apart.
Second down and a long 3. Hayward fumbles and falls on his own fumble. Mishandled pitch. It's a loss of 2. $1:15 to play in the half. Pitt.
Stan, excuse me, I think they're going to try to go deep and put one up on the board and then go for the field goal. Let's see what they do.
Well, they got the win at their back. 3rd down and 5. Here's Kangemi on a roll. Got a blocker. 1st down inside the 25 and down to the 23-yard line. Isom made the tackle, but Penn State got caught inside with the blitz. Kangemi rolled around it and got the 1st down.
That's that counter boot that they've run, and there's no contain. Let's see how he breaks the contain. Right here, they gets caught. Euler gets caught to the inside. He just puts the ball away and makes the 1st down.
Euler took the fake inside to Hayward, and then Kangemi with a blocker in front picks up 7. The clock is rolling. 58 seconds to play in the half. 1st and 10, Pitt at the Penn State 23. Short drop out in the flat. The pass is caught by Scales. Breaks a tackle on his feet. He's going to be in for the touchdown. John Kangemi, his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. 23 yards to Chucky Scales. And Pitt with a big 23-3 lead.
Boy, they just fired the ball out to Scales one-on-one with the defensive back, and he misses the tackle. Gave him a little juke. You'll see it right here. Sidner just misses the tackle. Scales turns on his speed, gets to the sideline.
Euler missed the tackle, and Scales has got great speed, took it in. The extra point is good. There was no further scoring, and the 1st half ended with the score, Pitt 24, Penn State 3. We'll be back right after this. Washington in motion to the far side. Dozier up the middle, 2 yards. Bukowski made the tackle for the Pitt Panthers. 2nd down and 8.
But did you see number 56 Dolman firing into the backfield, going straight for DJ Dozier? But they're going to have to throw the ball on 1st down to offset this Pitt defense.
2nd down and 8. Here comes an outside blitz. Schaefer rushed out of there. He's got room to run. 25, 30, 35, 36. And he's got a 1st down near the 37-yard line. Almost a late hit called on Pitt as Schaefer was already down. But the gain is 9 yards, and it'll give Penn State a 1st down at their own 37.
These are good instincts by Schaefer here. Takes a quick look downfield. No receivers open. Puts the ball away. There's a big alleyway there right up over his right guard. Dives for the 1st down. Now come back for the play action pass.
Well, Walter Johnson definitely with a late hit, but he kind of fell on him. That was Chris Dolman firing in from right defensive end. 1st and 10. Steve Smith. Not much. About a yard. 2nd and 8. Penn State, 12 1st down plays. They've run, I believe, on 11 of them. Dennis Attia and Cesar Aldisert make the tackle. And again, Penn State with virtually no gain on 1st down. We'll have it 2nd and 9.
And when you get in that 2nd and 9 situation, the advantage goes to the defense, obviously.
Tony Mumford into the game, replacing Dozier. 2nd down and 9. Schaefer, 2 out of 3. Got some time now. Throws over the middle, wide open. It was almost intercepted. It should have been intercepted by Terrell Austin. George Alpert was the intended receiver, but it went in and out of the hands of freshman Terrell Austin, and that'll bring up 3rd down and 9.
Well, Alpert will be coming left to right. He's open. This time Schaefer gets adequate protection. He just overthrows him. It would have been a great catch. Aldisert was dropping back from his linebacker spot.
That's a tough throw because you've got the inside deep coverage.
That's what happens, Stan, when you get caught 2nd and 9.
Yeah.
You see, they're playing for the pass.
Well, they'll be playing for it here on 3rd and 9. Schaefer Looking, man wide open. Alpert got a first down for Penn State at the Pitt 43-yard line. Melvin Dean made the tackle. At that time, Schaefer picking up good yardage. 21-yard gain.
Well, this is just a simple curl pattern to the left of the screen to Alpert. Smith comes across, gives him a good block so he can get the ball off. And this is what Pitt's giving him. Curl patterns about 10 yards deep, 10 to 12 deep.
If I'm not mistaken, that is the first time that Penn State has been in Pitt territory since the first play of the game, where Penn State recovered a Pitt fumble at the 10-yard line. Let's see if they come right back with a pass. Yes, they will.
Got him open.
Schaefer, flag down. Schaefer scrambling to the 35. He's down near another first down, but again, a flag thrown right in the middle of the line of scrimmage. Mumford on the draw. Gets past firstly the 50. Back into Pitt territory at the 46-yard line. Tony Mumford picking up nice yardage. Terrell Austin made the tackle. But Mumford getting some of that penalty yardage back. Schaefer setting up for the screen to Dozier. Need a lot of blocks. 45, the 40, still on his feet and down to the 38-yard line. It'll still be 4th down and 5. Terrell Austin makes the tackle. Schaefer rolling, in trouble. Breaks one tackle. He throws. He's got a man open. Touchdown, Penn State. George Alpert. Alpert, seeing that Schaefer was in trouble, broke the pattern. Schaefer saw him. It's a 38-yard touchdown pass, and the first touchdown pass of John Schaefer's career.
Well, this might wake them up. Now, Schaefer does a virtuoso on this. He gets pressure here, gets out away from Wood, and now really puts the ball exactly where he has to. High and away, good catch by Alpert.
Good an adjustment by Alpert also when he saw that Schaefer was in trouble. And Penn State looks like they may go for 2.
Comes that roll out.
Schaefer to roll. Looking, throwing, caught. Herb Bellamy. Schaefer hitting Herb Bellamy. Following Penn State's touchdown and 2-point conversion, the crowd began to get into the game. The Lion defense followed the excitement, forced Pitt to punt. Penn State has the ball. Manoa is the fullback. Play fake to Mumford. Schaefer looking over the middle. It is incomplete. The pass intended for Domidio, but not a well-advised pass. Cesar Aldiser was there. There were 3 Pitt defenders, and really there was no chance to get that one in there.
Very bad throw. Now, he's got to learn to look off. When he sees the defense there on the coverage, he had Alpert to the right of the screen, streaking down the sidelines for a possible touchdown.
Well, Schaefer, 5 out of 9 now. 2nd down, 10 yards to go. 4:25 to play, 3rd quarter. Penn State desperately needs to take advantage of this because the momentum in the crowd is on their side at this point. Mumford on a wing right. Manoa behind Schaefer, who will roll to his left. Take it up and run. He throws deep. He's got a man open. It is incomplete. And I'll tell you the truth, John Schaefer was beyond the line of scrimmage when he threw the ball. No question about it. Wing left, single back set. Schaefer, there's an outside blitz. Here it comes. Schaefer breaks one. He's in big trouble. He'll be sacked back at the 46-yard line. Tony Woods finally got him. Schaefer stayed alive as long as he possibly could. There's too many people coming. As you get past the first wave, you've got some room to go, but John Schaefer didn't have a shot on that one.
But that's a misassignment. That Wood just came in there clean. There was nobody out there to even try to block him, and he forced Schaefer up to the inside.
Well, Bruno will now try to pin Pitt deep in their territory. He's been very good at that this year. Fair catch, wait for Penn State should down it. They will inside the 5, near the 3-yard line. Mike Stillman down there, Marcus Henderson down there, along with Dwayne Downing. Time expired during the Pitt drive, and there was no further scoring. So the 3rd quarter ended with the score, Pitt 24, Penn State 11. We'll be back right after this. Steve Smith and Tony Mumford in the eye. Kevin Campbell in motion. Mumford. It's about 3 yards down to the 40-yard line, 41 perhaps. Tony Mumford, the ball carrier. Mumford will jog out of the ball game. It'll be 2nd down and 7 yards to go for that first down.
They just put Dozier in there. You might see a screen play or a draw play here. Or throw it in this play. I would throw it and come back with a screen and draw maybe on the 3rd.
Well, your first responsibility is to score, but you'd like to score with, let's say, 5 minutes on the clock. Dozier, halfback pass, looking, throwing deep, and it is interference. Oh, I can't believe he didn't call it on Terrell Austin, on Rocky Washington. The official was right in front of the play, and Austin dragged him down by the shoulder pads. Unbelievable that he was standing right there. Well, we'll take a look at that one again.
Wow. That... I don't know what to say about that one. I mean, he actually dragged him. Dozier throws a nice pass, gets it out there. Now watch Washington. Watch the right hand of Austin. He pulls him down.
He pulled him straight down. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. They didn't call that penalty. And the guy was standing right there. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, it is 3rd down and 8.
Well, they got 2 downs to make the first down.
Pitt on a blitz. Schaefer rolling. He runs. The 40 knocked out of bounds near the 34-yard line and very close to the first down. Callahan ran him out of bounds. It appears from the spot on the near sideline that Penn State will be a bit short of the first down.
Well, they have to go for it, obviously,
sure.
But the fans are still reacting to that last attempted pass to Washington.
Well, Terrell Austin has grabbed him by the arm and dragged him down. Well, they're going to want a measurement here. They are a foot short, although no measurement has been called for. And Bill Fralick comes into the game to play defense. Fourth down, inches. Double fullback set in a power I. They need a foot or less. Steve Smith. I don't know. Well, Smith broke free. They're going to rule the play dead. And he did not make it. I do not believe that Steve Smith got to this. No, they marked him back. They marked him back. They actually didn't even give him the spot of forward progress. Pitt has held. McIntyre. Still driving. Close to another Pitt first down. Russo and Zordich really didn't make the tackle as much as hang on until McIntyre got tired.
This is good offensive strategy. They got tight splits. They're toe-to-toe, and they're wedging it out. They're just in the ball carriers running right behind the middle of the wedge. It's a big offensive line. They're taking it right downfield.
Gain was a bit more than 8. Second down and a short 2 yards to go. Clock running, 4:45 to play in the game. Gladman, first down, 23-yard line. Just a matter now of whether Penn State can hold Pitt off the scoreboard one more time. Conlon and Masciantonio make the tackle. Carmen Masciantonio playing his last game of the season and the last game of his career. The senior from Jeanette, one of the captains on the Penn State team, calling defensive signals. So after the 4th down and inches failed, Pitt has just kept the ball. They threw one pass, but they've just marched the ball and run it down Penn State's throat. 4 minutes, 15 seconds to play. McIntyre inside the 20. Down to the 18-yard line. Gladman. Yard down to the free, perhaps close to the 2-yard line. It'll be second down and goal. Zordich and Masciantonio making the tackle.
Don't be surprised if Kangemi just fakes that ball to the inside, keeps it himself, and comes out around the corner.
Now, Kangemi has been partly responsible for all 3 Pitt touchdowns, 3 touchdown passes. Pitt has not scored here at all in the second half. Really haven't even been close. Clock running now, under 2 minutes to play. Second down and goal from the 2. Touchdown, Darnell Stone. Darnell Stone, junior from West Elizabeth, PA, with the 2-yard touchdown run. Pitt scores their 4th touchdown of the game, their 1st of the second half. And they now lead 30-11.
Just wedge blocking. Stone just dives up and over, gets the ball, past the plane to the goal line. It's a touchdown.
Brasco to attempt the extra point. He's been perfect on the afternoon. Makes that one as well. There was no further scoring, and the game ended with the score, Pitt 31, Penn State 11. We'll be back right after this.
What's the connection among these people? Look closely. It's there. What's the connection? Allegheny Airlines. We're more than just a commuter airline. Allegheny connects business with business, city with city, and airline with airline. With our new Shorts 360, we take more of you, more places, more often. And whether your flight stops with us or goes on to the horizon, you'll be glad you made the Allegheny connection.
Today's business doesn't wait.
As soon as possible.
There's never enough time.
You got it.
12 copies, ASAP.
So Savin introduces the ASAP copiers, the fastest, most productive Savins ever. The ASAP 5040 feeds documents almost twice as fast as Canon, runs faster than Xerox Marathon 1045.
Okay, let's move on this.
Savin, the dependable decision.
See the Savin copiers at Copy World of Pittsburgh, your authorized Savin dealer.
BMW presents the only form of interior decoration that ever made a luxury car perform better. Such decorations as an engine driven by microprocessors, with an electronic system that actually calculates when service is needed, and an internationally patented suspension design. The BMW 528e, the difference between advanced gimmickry and advanced technology.
Contact your Pittsburgh area BMW dealer for a thorough test drive.
Quiet, man.
This is George Michael's Sports Machine, the most advanced half hour of the latest sports news, action highlights, and sports features you can't find anywhere else. The George Michael Sports Machine is a whole new world of sports and technology with the George Michael touch. Watch the Sports Machine Sunday night at 11:30 here on Channel 11.
The offensive and defensive players of the game are brought to you by Daly's Juice Products. Will remind you there's a Daly's treat for everyone. And by Westinghouse. More than 100,000 people around the world dedicated to quality and excellence. And by Bud Light, the less filling beer with the first name in taste. The defensive player of the game is Todd Moles. Todd is a junior majoring in business administration from Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. Against Pitt, Moles had 6 tackles from his defensive tackle position. Todd was an all-stater at Myers High School, as well as a state wrestling champion before coming to Penn State. The offensive player of the game is John Schaefer. John is a sophomore majoring in pre-law from Cincinnati, Ohio. Schaefer replaced the injured Doug Strang at quarterback in today's game, and he completed 10 of 20 passes for 152 yards and 1 touchdown against the Panthers. Congratulations to John Schaefer and Todd Moles, this week's players of the game.
When buying insurance, get the help of an independent agency like Westmoreland Insurance Services. That's smart shopping, because they work for you to find not only the best price, but the best insurance company. In business insurance, automobile, homeowners, life, health, IRAs, and annuities. For more sure service, call Westmoreland Insurance Services for the right coverage at the right price.
Hi, this is Mr. Ham from Hamilton Pontiac Buick Mazda. For almost 30 years, Mr. Ham's Automotive Supermarket has had the competitive edge. You won't find slicky, fast-talking salespeople. We're easy to get to and easy to deal with. Our super service department is not only our edge, it's our pledge. Mr. Ham's Automotive Supermarket, only 10 minutes from the Westinghouse Bridge on Route 30 in Irwin. No longer the best-kept secret in the Pittsburgh area.
When our farm first got electricity, Grandma was about my age. Good night, girls.
Back in 1935, Westinghouse began the Electric Energy Program to encourage young people in 4-H clubs to understand electricity. Since then, we've given college scholarships to hundreds of 4-H kids.
Graham, for my project, I'm using a home computer to help control electricity all over our farm. Good night, girls.
You can be sure if it's Westinghouse.
Is there anyone who at one time or another hasn't said, I just don't make enough money? It's getting harder and harder to make ends meet. Well, how would you like to try to make ends meet on $345 a month? We're talking about people who live below the poverty line. People who are put through a survival test every day of their lives. Who are these people, and why can't they escape the poverty trap?
Sally Jesse Raphael tomorrow at 10 here on Channel 11.
Season may be over for Penn State, but it is not over for TCS Metro Sports. We want to remind you we'll be televising 2 bowl games live. The Freedom Bowl from Anaheim, California, December the 26th, 8 Eastern Time, and also live on December 29th from Honolulu, the Aloha Bowl. Both games broadcast by TCS Metro Sports, a kickoff of 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Now, the season, again, as we mentioned, is over for Penn State, but the consolation, George, is there's always a next season. And what about the prospects for 1985?
Well, you know, this is the first time in 14 years that Penn State has not gone to a bowl, and Joe has always used the bowl game kind of like an introduction to spring practice and played a lot of kids that he knew that would be back, you know, the following year. He won't have that advantage this year, so I'm sure there's going to be a lot of emphasis on spring practice because obviously there are some problems that they didn't realize was there, and they got almost the same type of schedule next year, and if they're going to do better than they did this year, they got a lot of work to do.
Now, certainly the springboard will not be there, using the bowl game as that springboard. There's a lot of young talent coming back. We've talked about that all year long, but certainly there are a lot of problems to be sorted out because of the way they finished.
Yes, I think they got to get some people into different positions. Obviously, they have to get more stability at quarterback. They got to get a better passing game and, you know, a little more better organization in their receiving core. I think they need some help on the offensive line. They don't seem to be that fast. And I think that they could use some help, you know, on the defensive line. They're going to lose Sidner, who had a real fine year in his senior year that we were happy to see. So there are areas, and of course, they got to get that old Penn State intensity back, which they were known for. You know, anytime a team got on the field with Penn State, they were nervous because they played with such intensity. They didn't finish like that.
Well, George, we've come to the end of our third year together. Once again, a joy and a pleasure to work with you and an honor.
Well, thanks very much, Dan. We were up here a couple of years ago in a national championship. We're down here, so maybe we'll be up there again.
Okay. That's the end of the Penn State football season. Before we sign off, I want to say thanks to a lot of people. Our directors, Mike Kobick and Tom Hewitt, especially our producers, Tom Clark and Tammy Rippey. Our people here in the booth, A.D. Ted Beam, our statistician, Charlie Fisher, and my spotter, Ron Rickens. Thanks to all of you. You've done a great job. You've helped us put together a good Penn State football show. That's it for this year. This is Stan Savran saying thank you for watching, and until next time, so long, everybody. Penn State football has been brought to you by Westinghouse. More than 100,000 people around the world dedicated to quality and excellence. And by Daly's Juice Products, who remind you there's a Daly's treat for everyone. And by Bud Light, the less filling light beer with the first name and taste.
They expect the temperature to make it up to 60 degrees this afternoon. That would be a heat wave here in Pittsburgh. The Steelers have won the toss. It's only 48 degrees now, but beautifully sunny skies and just a terrific day for football. Ralph Benershka will kick it away for San Diego. Rich Ehrenberg limbering up inside the 5. As 2 6-6 teams, one of them, well, if we don't end in an overtime tie, one hopes to emerge with a winning record heading down to the last couple of games of 1984.
Then you can already see those shadows are starting to creep into this stadium. And as the game goes on, it's going to get colder on the field, and I think that's probably an advantage for Pittsburgh.
Ehrenberg at the 5. And the rookie from Colgate gets to the 25, and that's where the Steeler offense will take over. 20-yard return for Ehrenberg. Pittsburgh led by Mark